Hey guys, Peter from FSBushcraft. Just wanted to turn around and say, when you're watching this video that comes right after this, at about the 5-minute mark, there's a section in the video where you can tell that I've cut something out. Basically what that is that as I was getting into the demonstration of the Kullcraven's bush point, and the reason why the bush point only has a sharp edge on one side of the bush point, not on the other side. I had also had a section there where I was kind of showing if you were to use it as a spear and you know, in a stabbing motion kind of thing, and what kind of damage it would turn on and cause compared to a blade that turns on and has a double edge on both sides. Now unfortunately, while I was trying to edit all that the clip or whatever, I didn't like the way that I was explaining it. It didn't make sense. It was totally yeah, I guess the easiest way I could put it, it just didn't make sense. It was I was using a cardboard box, and as I say, you know, it's been raining here for the last few days, and the box was wet and kind of damp or whatever, and it just didn't give a good enough illustration to the point that I was trying to get across. So as you guys know, and I know I've said many times before in some of my other videos, you know, I appreciate all the support. You know, when I try to explain something, I don't think it sounds right, or I'm not getting it across right, and I always get great support from you guys. You always guys come back and turn around and say, no, you understand it, you know, you learned something from it, and I much appreciate that so much. But on this one, I didn't like it at all, and I did not feel comfortable. So I cut it out, and that's why there's the gap just before the 5-minute mark at the beginning of this clip. So you'll see that anyway when you turn on and watch it. But I definitely am going to do that part. You'll see what I mean. I'll probably here within the next day or two, I'll upload a video and I'll get it done, and I'll get it done right, to explain my whole point of, you know, what kind of damage if we were to turn on and use the bush point for defensive measures as a spear with a predator or something like that you know, might come into your camp, or worst case scenario if it was a bug out scenario, and how to use it for personal defense. The benefit that the bush point would turn out and give, being designed the way that it is, which is something I know that by any means of the imagination that Kullcraven did not have in mind or in plan. This is just something my personal of why I love the bush point so much, and that I think it's a fantastic, it's an amazing tool. But anyway, without further ado, I'll let's just get to the video, and like I say, in a day or two there'll be another video that I'll upload that'll explain what I'm getting at. Alright? Once again guys, thanks a lot for all the support, and we'll see you soon. Ciao for now. Hey guys, just wanted to show you again the awesome bush point by Mr. Kullcraven Bushcraft. I had a couple of people that mentioned about you know, that they would put a grind this side too and put an edge, or maybe even, you know, halfway down or whatever. The reason being that Kullcraven designed it the way that he did is that, like I said before, he kind of made it so that it could be a you know, a backup knife in a survival situation, or, you know, if it was the only knife you had. And the reason being, as you can tell as I'm doing right now, it's designed nicely so that if you wanted to do, like, you know, detailed carving, it's going to give you that ability to be able to do that, so that, you know, you have a good spot to rest your thumb. And the knife being so small, the way that it is, you can really, you know, with it sitting in your hand, it's comfortable, believe it or not. It's amazing how comfortable it is, just with the paracord wrap. Now of course I cheated. I just wrapped it around because I can't for the life of me get my fingers to work to do it the way that Cole does it in his videos. But with the bow on the blade there, on the point, it's amazing how detailed, you know, you can get in. I don't know if you can see that. Now, mind you, like I said, as you can probably tell, this wood is wet. But, you know, you can definitely turn around and get in and get some nice small cuts. And be able to, you know, as we do with all our other knives, be able to use, you know, 2 hands to be able to get in there and get that finer detailed carving if you were carving something, and or, you know, just trimming stuff off. As I say, the control on it, believe it or not, is amazing too. That's the one thing that I was very surprised with it being so small, is that you know, there wouldn't be much control, but it works great, for sure. So you can see, it's just, everything's soaked. But yeah, so that's kind of why he didn't put that on the other side. Kind of point is down there a bit to where you got the stump. And like I say, it's so wet, it's not even they're not even curling, but I like it. I like it a lot. It works nice. I get most of that wet off. Let's see if it does. But anyway. So that's kind of why it doesn't have an edge on this side. But the point is definitely still a nice point that it'll turn around and spear through. Not a problem at all. But like I say, definitely overall, the bush point is definitely going into my survival kit, and will be something that carry with me anytime at all that I was to go out in the bush, just for that reason. And I always make sure that I have it on my person, just so be it that you know, if I ever did in this situation, got lost or whatever the case may be, which I highly doubt it in the areas that I go, but you never know. It's always there, and it's a tool that I'm glad that I turned around and got, and I'm glad that you know, as I said, Kullcraven turned around and designed it, came up with the design. And in fact, I mean, it's really cool to have something like this that, you know, you physically know the person personally that designed it. I know, you know, we have a lot of different knives and stuff like that that we may all use, but just something to it to me that is, you know, it's, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's just really cool to have something that you know the person who designed it and who made it. You know, everything else kind of goes along with the same way with my charade. Why I like it so much and I favorite is because of the fact of being Mike Barton and Josie Barton. I mean, I love watching their channel, as we all do. You know, really respect what Mike does, and you know, the fact of being that he's had it in his hand, that he's used it, and you know, that's kind of, to me, that's kind of neat, and that really gives it a more sentimental value, you know, to the tool. and hence why I said before that my bush point, my Charade SCHF 37, and my Fisk axe, which is in my pack, the X7, are my 3 main cutting tools I think that a person would ever turn on a need to have out in the bush. You know, get the bush point for in around camp, doing whatever, small tasks. You know, it's nice and compact and small enough that you can use it for food prep or whatever the case may be. It's not too thick. It's, you know, it's not too big. Sharp as heck. So I can use it to cut stuff up, dice stuff. You know, like I said before, the other cool thing with it too is the way that Kull has it designed, with the point being beveled the way it is, which I love. You know, it definitely could turn on and use it for skinning. You know, for preparing. You know, once you get in a survival situation, if you had that animal or whatever the case may be, rabbit, deer, whatever that you had to take down, you're going to be able to clean it very well with the bush point. You know, doing the detailed carving, as I mentioned, why it doesn't have the blade on the back, you're going to be able to, you know, get in there and do that fine detailed carving as well. You know, having a point on it, you're going to be able to, you know, use it kind of as an awl to get things going. If you were turned on it, say, starting a heartboard, heath board for a bow drill set, you know, it's going to give you the ability to do that. The fact that he's made it, you know, as thin as it is, well, I shouldn't say thin, but being that nice 1095 carbon steel, but it'll fit nicely into that stick on the end of a pole, and that's the way that he's designed it. And I want to do that today, but unfortunately everything around here is just so friggin' wet, it'd basically be a waste of time. But we'll definitely do that in another video. And I know, definitely, like I said before, check out Kullcraven's channel. I'll put a link to his channel down below as well. For those that may not have his channel already or know his channel, he's got videos on all kinds of videos on the bush point and different things, and him mounting it to a spear, onto a walking stick, and you know, showing how to use the wrap to tie it in, and why he's got, you know, the I'm trying to rush here, I'm getting stuck for words, but why he's got the pommel shaped on the end of it the way that he does, and the you know, the way the back goes, and the holes drilled into it, so that you can fasten it, you know, if you can almost picture, you know, fastened into a stick, and to be able to tie it so it doesn't move. Other things with this great tool that he's got, like he's got a video there that he shows as well, where he's got it attached kind of on a stick that's kind of curved kind of thing, and you know, he's got it on the bottom, and you know, he's cutting grass, you know, if he was in an area and trying to make like a bedding or whatever, for your shelter. You know, you can almost use it like a sickle, I guess would be the term I'm looking for, the old-fashioned way of cutting hay and stuff like that. You know, it just goes on and on and on. It's endless, the amount of things. I mean, that you could sit here and just think of what this could be used for. And like I say, it just overall, like the steel itself, being the 1095 carbon steel, holds an edge very well. It's easy to sharp. That's the big thing that I like too, is that you know, it's easy to sharpen if you're out in the bush. So let's say you were in that survival situation and this is all you had. You know, in our area, shale is easy to find all over the place. You know, it'd be very easy to turn around and use that to sharpen the blade and put a point back on it without a problem at all. But like I said, I could definitely go on and on and on about this. And you know, for being a great little tool to complement, like I said, to definitely complement the workhorse beast, the Charade bushcraft knife. Amazing, you know, definitely for that chopping and stuff like that, and you know, processing, you know, smaller, you know, to, let's say, a 2-inch, 3-inch. You know, you could even go bigger if you wanted to, for sure. You know, there's more than enough blade there to turn on and do that. And then, you know, a half-decent axe. There's nothing else I can think of what I would need. Sure, you know, some people would say a saw or whatever, but you know, with those, with the axe and with the trade and with the bush point, I feel confident you'd be able to turn on and do all those cuts. So anyway, guys, I'll leave it at that. As you can tell, the sun's starting to go down. It's starting to get chilly. And unfortunately, I got to get back because Cody's got some stuff that he needs to do this evening at school. And him and Mama Bear needed to take the van. And of course, I got the van and probably about a half an hour away from home. So anyway, we'll catch us on the flip side. Once again, God bless. Take care.